Friends, today in this short YouTube video based learning session for learning French for beginners, we are going to talk about how to make the negative sentences. Today specifically I am going to tell the formula of making the negative sentences and also tells framework by which you are going to make first group, second group, third group verbs, conjugation and also the negative sentences, the way you can make through all three types of verbs. But today I am going to be there on my notebook, so be there. Good evening learners. Today I am going to help you in making negative sentences in the language of French. Friends, as you are aware of, any sentence can be considered the negative sentences once there are certain words called ne, that is indication of no or not in French, and another word that is called pas to be associated with the sentence at different places. Now you might have wondered, where do we need to place the words? So here is the formula. Formula states like that: to make any affirmative sentence into the negative sentence, we need to follow the formula, which is like that. First you need to write subject pronoun. After subject pronoun, you always needs to put ne, N-E, ne in English, or in French that is ne. Followed by, you are going to write verb with its conjugated form, right? Followed by the same, there would be a word called pas necessarily, followed by the other relative words as per the requirement of the sentence. So this is basically a formula by which we can ensure that we can make the sentence, any affirmative sentence, into the negative sentences for sure. So this is what the formula. Again I am going to repeat it. Na to be used, pa to be used. It is used to be immediate after the subject pronoun, and pa used to be used immediate after the subject pronoun, immediate after the verb, which is the conjugated verb form. But here you need to note down one thing, that whenever we are writing two verbs in one single sentence, we need to ensure whichever the verb is going to conjugated or action denoted words will be write up with pa. Likewise, if I am writing the sentence like that, je ne parle pas français bien, mais je écoute bien. That meant for écouter bien, mais either this way, je écoute bien or je écoute bien. So that meant for I did not speak French well, but I could listen it well or understand it well. This is what the little meaning. I hope this way, with the help of formula, you are able to understand what does the language of French is all about and how we can create the negative sentences into it. As we have discussed, that once you are making any sentence a negative sentence, there is a set formula which can be applied. So let us take one of the example. First we are going to take the example of any verb which is said to be a first group verb, and this first group verb may be any verb of our nature. Let us talk about changer, to change. First group, that is ending with er. The verb is changer, C-H-A-N-G-E-R in English, or accordingly in French, changer, to change. It is about change as an action, right? So here we will place first of all the subjects je, tu, il, elle, on, nous, vous, followed by else. In English, otherwise it is ja, that is I, tu, you, el, he, she, on, one, nu meant for we, woo meant for you, for informal, formal, else, male, group of males and group of females. So if we are talking about the conjugation of this particular verb, first of all we will be able to do this way, which will be, this will be a demonstration of your verb conjugation also, mind it. So if we are writing any verb, we'll first of all detach er from the verb, and then this will be the root of the verb. So that will be added like that. Change will be added by e, je change, followed by, it would be like change, es, tu change, il change will be added by e, nous changeons, changeons, nous changeons, followed by changeons. Here there will be e additionally, vous changez, chanzez, vous changez, right? Il change, that's for this one, il change, elle change. So this is the little meaning here that would be addressed like that. I guess you are going to understand by this. I change, you change, he changes, or change, she changes. Sometimes it's an action like changing your clothes or changing the material or something like that. So in continuation to understand how to make negative sentences using second group verb, let us take an example of second group verb, which is IR ending verb. The verb name which I am going to use here, that is finir. Finir is to finish or to complete. It is into the context of the verb. So obviously it would be added to subject pronoun je, tu, il, elle. On may be added, nous, vous, ils, else. As far as the rule is concerned, this is the way by which we will be able to learn how to make the conjugation of second group verb. That would be bisected, so the root will be fin. Here we are going to add is, that is finir. Here we are going to is again. For il and l we are going to add it for both l, and il. Similarly, for the word called nous, we are going to write fini son, like that, ISSONS, FINISSEZ, finisse. And for the il, else, that would be fini son, ENT. So this is going to be the verb that we need to talk about. Je finis, tu finis, il finis, elle finis, nous finissons, vous finissez, il finissent, elle finissent. Now if I'm going to make it clear how to make the negative sentences for the second group verb, let us take any example. For affirmative sentences first. Affirmative sentences may be made. Je finis mon devoir. I finishes my homework. Tu finis votre or ta devoir, whatever it is. Votre is yours. It is in the formal case and it is in the informal case. Ta devoir. I finishes my homework. You finishes your homework, or you finishes yours one as a homework, as a little meaning. Now how will we change it? We will place na immediate after subject pronoun. Je na fini par moi devoir my homework. Though devoir is another verb, but sometimes it is act as the homework also. Similarly, in this context, here I am writing Je na fini pas moi devoir. I did not finish my homework. Or maybe there are certain other words we may edit later on. Tu na fini pa ta or wud the. So you had or you have not finishes your homework. That is the literal meaning. Now friends, note down, there is no such thing. There is no other ways. There are other ways. So there is no other ways by making negative sentences. There are other ways, but most of the time you're putting na after subject and subject pronoun and pa putting after the conjugated form of verb. Though in case there are more than two verbs, pa will be placed with the conjugated verb. It would not be placed with the infinitive verb, which is going to the second verb in the sentence. So kindly be aware of that. So this is going to be the condition that I am talking about. I hope. So in the same succession, we are going to talk about third group verb. Third group verb are the irregular ones. And as far as irregularity of the words are concerned, there are different types of verb. Let us take one verb that is called shakti. Shakti is to leave, right? To leave. So this is what one verb. Now how do we conjugate usually in the third group verb? This is a bit different than that of the others, first two groups, that is first and second group. Jatu il el nu vu ils else. So this is what something the verb is. Here we are going to write just saw will be added as tu saw, because t would not be considered because t is the hard sound. Tu saw, il saw, here this infinitive sound will be there in il el il saw, el saw, on saw. Nu saw, ton, nu saw, ton, vous saw, te, il saw, el saw. So these are the verbs. Now the meaning of this particular conjugation: I leaves, you leaves, he leaves, she leaves, we leaves, you leave meant for you, the informal person, senior one. They leave, the male, they leave, the females. Il soft, el soft. So this is what the conjugation. I guess this way you are also learning the sentences to be framed in an affirmative sentence. So if I am going to write I leave the Paris, then I will write just saw the Paris, right? I leave, or sometime leave for, or sometime leave to, right? So they'll be added right accordingly. Let us do it for just this single subject pronoun. Je ne sors pas de Paris. So Paris meant for Paris. I leave for Paris. I leave for to Paris. The Paris for Paris. You are now clear with verb and the negative sentences using any verb.